It started with a birth. They placed him on my chest, fish belly white baby, dark blue alien eyes. Look what you made. Those words are branded on me, woven into me, the moment I went from me to mom and I crossed a line I don't ever want to come back from. His weight was nothing on my chest, almost 8 pounds and light as air. I barely registered him there before he was whisked away. I did not hear him cry. He went directly to the neonatal intensive care unit, my husband following. No one spoke to me as I was cleaned up, stitched up. They spoke around me, over me, to each other with hushed voices as if I were dying, and they didn't want to interrupt my reflections on sin. Bless me, Father, I have sinned. I was alone in the delivery room. I willed the epidural to dissipate, to wear away, waiting to walk. I forced feeling into my limbs, coaxed steps and sensation into numb toes. But even if you can walk, they make you ride in wheelchairs. Women in blue hospital gowns getting pushed back and forth, nurses hovering like tugboats. And between the receiving and the recovery, like a halfway point on a map, the neonatal intensive care unit. I was wheeled past those doors into a mother-child room that I would never see my son in. An hour after his birth, I saw him clearly. There were IVs and oxygen. Eventually, there was a feeding tube. I held him for the first time when he was 2 days old. He cried, and I broke with the wanting. I wanted to hold him to me and force health into him, force the pain away, force the world to bend beneath my hand like rubber. Bend, damn you, bend, and make him whole. Normal pregnancy, full term, first-time parents, and the disaster of a complicated birth. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what was normal or what to expect. I refused to leave the hospital unless I could take him with me. The medical professionals spoke, and as hard as I concentrated on their mouths, on the words, I couldn't make sense of them. I wanted to smuggle my son out under my coat, alarms blaring. I would run, clutching him to me, because I would be enough. But the nurses and doctor convinced me to go home. Sleep. My husband and I went home, pulled into our driveway without our boy. I'd walked out of that house pregnant, and I was walking into it, a mother without her child. I stood in the door to his nursery, looking in at all that blue and green, and cried. What else is a nursery for if you can't put a baby in it? A depository of ache, just that one word, ache. Like a toothache and bone aches, but deep and shallow so that you hurt from your very first layer of skin to your marrow. Eyelashes are capable of aching. Toenails, split ends, it all hurts. A throb in your personal universe like a black hole. But in the end, he came home. He cried so much, the learning curve so steep that I needed climbing gear and power bars. I went without sleep and rocked him until it became muscle memory. I answered the door each day, half convinced it would be child services. Hello, ma'am, they'd say, but your neighbors heard the baby cry, and we're 95% positive you're holding him the wrong way. He made me a mother. No one else in this world could change my life the way he has. I'm still learning what that means. It's a state of being I have yet to perfect. We haven't reached a point yet where he questions me or looks at me through the filter of hormones and heavy metal. He does tell me no, but I keep telling myself I'm the one in charge. Right now he is 2 and he is running ahead of me. He is skip-hopping with his arms behind him, propelled by an invisible jetpack. He is so confident, he doesn't even turn around to see if I'm following. He knows I'll be here.